Hello, this is an instructional video from Clear Choice Water Filters on how to service and change the cartridges on Countertop reverse osmosis system, just like this that we sell on our website. Okay, as you can see, we still got the tubes at the front. The thing that I find easier to do with these tubes is this is what we call a bulkhead fitting. So I find it easier to take the tubes out. You do that just by putting your fingers on the collar, which is here. 2 fingers on either side, and at the same time pull the tube out of the unit. Okay, and you do that with all 3 tubes. Put them to one side, okay? So that's leaves it free just to be able to service the unit. So there's a button on either side of the unit. One on this side, one on that side. So what you do is you press the buttons in, pop the lid off, okay? So what you'll see then is you've got this lid hanging with what's usually a red tube. And again, just to make it easier, same thing again, all these fittings are push fit with collars on them, so they're quite easy to remove. You can even do it with one hand if you sort of get used to them. Okay, so lid's off, put it to one side, and now we've got into the actual guts of the unit. I would always recommend that when you're changing the filters, you do them one at a time. And also with the carbon filters, it's probably a good idea to pre-flush the carbon from them before you actually start to change the cartridges. And by what I mean by pre-flushing is that you actually take the filter and plug it onto the white hose that comes from your water filter tap. Note the direction of flow. Put the white tube into the inside of the filter and then flush the water through for 5 minutes. And what you'll see is there'll be a lot of carbon, black carbon comes through the filter, and that's what we call pre-flushing it, to make sure none of those carbon fines get into the membrane. So that's just a good thing to bear in mind. So the first filter we got on this is the sediment filter. And if you sort of got a different system or it's a bit different than this, the best thing to do is just trace it from the start. So with this system, you can see here the white inlet. Okay, that's your first, that's where the water goes in. So that is generally on all the systems. Well, it's always going to go to what we call the pre-filter or a sediment filter. So in this case, if you can see it, that white tube comes up and goes into this first filter. So that's your sediment filter. On our systems, the sediment filter's got the red collar on it. So if you can't see the actual label itself, you know that this is the sediment filter with the red collar. And again, to change the filter, it's quite easy. You just have to push the collar in and pull out the tube like that. So that's one out, and the same on the other end. Okay, so the other thing is, if when you're doing this, if you find it a bit awkward, you can use like a pair of pointing nose pliers, which will help you actually press in the collar, but I find it easier to do it with my fingers. Okay, so that's that filter basically disconnected, and then you just pull up off the brackets like this, and then the new filter comes in. You have to push down quite firmly on the brackets then to get it to clip back in place, and make sure obviously it's that you get the openings facing the right direction. Like you've got it too far up like I've got now, you'll not get the tube back in again. So point it down the right way. This is ready to go back in here. Okay, and this one ready to go back in here. So just do that. With this, again, push the filter in like that. You've got it reconnected. Now you have to make sure that that's pushed as far as you can into the collar, into the fitting, otherwise it will leak. So that's pushed in as far as it will go, and that's pushed in as far as it will go. Okay, so that's the sediment filter replaced. So then you got 2 carbon filters on a lot of models, or you might have a carbon filter and you might have a remineralizer alkaline filter, and it's the same process again, where you just push the collars in on either side, pull the tube out, and again with this one pull the tube out, and again unclip the filter, I'll not do it this time, but clip it back on again. And again, just make sure that when you've got the tube, and you put it into the collar again, that you push in as far as you can, otherwise it will leak. Okay, and same on the other side, back in again. Alright, so that leaves us one left to go, this one at the bottom. And hopefully you got the idea by now of how to do this. So it's just a simple matter of doing that again and then putting it back in place, remembering which direction of flow, and all the directions of flow on these cartridges are actually they're on the labels. So I'll just pop one off to show you. Actually, I'll do the one I haven't done yet, which is the bottom carbon filter, just to show you. Okay, so that's off and that's off. You pop that out. So if I turn it around to the camera, you'll see here that there's a direction of flow, okay, where it shows you the direction that that water should be going in. Okay, so again, twist it around until it's at the right angle. Tube back in again. And that just fits in like that. Don't be worried if some of these brackets, like what just happened to me, is just popped off. It's easy just to pop them back on again like that. Okay, so that's basically how to service and change the cartridges on your countertop reverse osmosis system. When it comes time to do the membrane, we should have another video that you can watch on how to change the membrane, which is in here. Okay, that membrane only needs changed every 3 to 6 years. Alright, so just to wrap up, just make sure everything's back in, all the tubes are put in place again, and then we bring back our lid. And again, it's exactly the same thing that we did with all the other fittings. You just have to make sure that you get the tube and push it as far as you can into the elbow. Okay. So, and once you've done that, just reposition the tubing and clip it back on. Okay, and that's us ready to go back into service. We get the tubes. If anybody's wondering, the black ones were forgot when you were doing this. The black one is over this side. Blue is the next one along. And then the furthest one away, which is your water inlet, is the white. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it'll make it a bit easier for everyone to be able to service this unit. If you do have any difficulties, you can ring Clear Choice Water Filters on 1300 001752, and we'd be most happy to help you further. Okay, thanks again.